Hey, what is happening, all you mechanical maniacs? Hurst Quayzar here. Welcome back to another episode of Rot2Rad. That's right, this is the series where we go out in the junkyard and we bring back something that's rotten out of the junkyard and we make it into something radical. Now, I've actually, this has been like a side project here, and I figured I'd let you guys in, see what I'm going to paint it. So we're going to go ahead and go send her over to the paint shop. I've done everything else to it. I've aligned the wheels, I've aligned the headlights, I've done everything. Now it's nothing more than a paint job. Now with this, I was thinking like this bright green. Let's go like darker. Like this kind of a green with the orange. I think it really pops, but then I was like looking at liveries. White doesn't work for me. Black, not so much. This is livery 3. Oh, it's just the fenders, I see. This is actually kind of cool with the whole vinyl top thing. That looks pretty cool. Kind of a rust look. And then you have this old look. Then you have flames. Now this is the flames is what I was looking at. I really wanted to go with a metallic. The metallic green with the orange. I think it looks just absolutely awesome. So let's go ahead and paint that. So that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is what we've kind of come across. I mean, this is kind of a cool looking car, actually. I like the way it all kind of lays out. So done with this project. So we are going to, we'll send over to the dyno. I guess I'll run it on the dyno. Do I? Oh yeah, I've got to fix up these stupid things here. -2. Okay. -2, that's not going to work. 0, okay. 0, -2, -1, -0. I thought I had it. Anyway. I'll deal with this later. Today is about Rot2Rad, not necessarily about my side project here. So we'll go ahead and send her back over to the second car lift so we can like admire it for a little bit, and then we will move on. Remember our last episode? We built this beautiful 64 Nova. I think it's a 64 or 65 Nova. 66. That was way off. All right. For the most part, you guys really kind of liked it in kind. The creator of the mod said he did not realize there were so many things wrong with it, so he was going back to work on that. So yeah, I loved it. For the most part, everybody here enjoyed the mod. So it is a private mod. Hopefully, once everything gets worked out, that it actually comes out. But we'll see. All right, so yeah, everybody wants me to keep it, so this bad boy is going to the parking area. That's right, if I save it, it goes to parking. Now really, I think I need to re-look at some of the stuff I have out here, because these cars over here, like, well, this livery is gone. I don't know why this livery is gone. I have no idea why it's gone. I have to figure that out. We've got a couple Chargers out here, so yeah, everything's kind of cool. I'm just looking for doing something different. We may look into something a different project car too. Who knows? We will see. I'm not going to probably sell this one. I'm probably just going ahead and I gotta give it a tune up and then send it to the parking area. So right now, let's go ahead and hit the junkyard. Let me explain some of the stuff that we usually do when we're looking for a car. Alright, so out here in the rust and dust is where we gather up our cars. Now most cars, what I try to do is get something that's under 150,000 miles and something we haven't done, right? But that's become very hard to do. Primarily because we've done a lot of these cars already. I have subscribed to a lot of the mods on the workshop. I'm sure I could probably subscribe to a few more, but yeah, for the most part, we have subscribed to quite a few. So we're going to go through here and find something less than 150,000 miles. That would be beautiful. Sometimes I go against my rules, like I have in the past couple. Well, there's a Ford Mustang. We have done this Mustang before, and that's another rule. It's something we haven't done before. We have broke that rule as well. I mean, I'm sure we've done a couple of things, a couple cars, a couple of different ways, but I always try to do like the less than 150,000 mile piece first. Not always working out for me though. 185. This is a Mazda RX-7. This is what is this? McLaren M8B. That's not a thing. This is an abomination in my opinion. This is really just really should have been something that should have been scratched a long time ago, just because I am just not a fan of it. Unfortunately, I'm just not a fan of it. I just not. Nothing back there. Got a Viper up here. This is a lit edition Supra at 90K. Now it is a lit edition Supra, so maybe we'll come back to it. We haven't done a Supra in a while. This is a drag car, Viper drag car. An Eclipse. The Volare. We've done a Volare before too. Always love those things. 293. Camaro. A pony car, Ford Cobra. What's up here? Oh, that's a shell, the Moonhawk. This is another Japanese police car, 201. Camaro. I don't know. Let's maybe the lit edition Supra. We haven't done a Supra in a while. Maybe we'll do something up just a little bit different on this. This is black. Let's do something different with the Supra. Alright. Yeah, I mean, come on. 35. Yeah, we'll go ahead and buy it. Why not? Go to the garage. And then let's get the garage and see what we can do with this thing. Alright, let's see what we got here. Alright, one Toyota Supra lit edition. So we're going to, doesn't look like there's a whole lot left of this. Okay, windshield, a little bit of glass work, not a whole lot. Let's go ahead and send her. Let's go ahead and strip out the interior. Alright, not a whole lot left here, so let's go ahead and send you to the car wash. Alright, so how you guys doing? I hope this video is finding you all happy and healthy. We'll clean out the interior first just to see how things go. Seems like this is a black Supra. Thinking just the opposite. Thinking we might go white on this silly thing. Let's see. If you want to get moved, we're going to move you over to the first stall. There we go. This is always, yeah, $5,500 to clean this car up. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous, I tell you. Actually, I think what this is going to need is going to need a touch. A touch meaning, thinking maybe a pearlescent white with a different set of wheels and tires on it. This might be interesting. So this is what we're going to do. We are going to go ahead and strip down the rear end, get everything taken apart, and then want to paint everything, replace and repaint everything, and I'll be back in a few minutes, and let's see what we can do with this bad boy. All right? Okay, guys. See you in a few. All right, I think I decided on a gorgeous, this is a gorgeous looking blue. This is almost like a gunmetal blue. Go ahead with the polypropylene bushings in this bad boy, and we don't have those parts. What happened to those parts? Guess I don't have them. Yikes. I guess it's one piece that I forgot to buy and to paint. So let me go grab paint real quick. Or maybe I skipped over them. I might have skipped over them. So this is the color blue, which is just a nice looking blue in my opinion. And I've decided to do something a little bit different with this bad boy. This bad boy is going to go, we're going to kind of mix things up a little bit. So think of it this way. Think of it as the ending of Fast and Furious 7 mixed up. So that's what we're going to go for right now. So we got, so that if that gives you any indication whatsoever what I'm going to do, then you might be a winner. Anyway, we're going to do this up real quick. Get this bad boy all together. Doing a chrome with the sway bar and the sway link. Yeah, actually looks pretty good. Rear suspension. This arm, I sometimes wish I would, I'd go with a different color, but I don't. I don't know why. I just don't do it. I think typically it just looks horrible. It just looks horrible trying to two-tone anything underneath here. For whatever reason, it just looks bad. So we don't do it. That's primarily why I don't do it. It's because it starts to look really, 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 really cheesy, in my opinion. Okay, so we got that. All black and blue underneath here. A little bit of chrome, a little splash of yellow right here with the rear spring. And a cap. I think that's all for that side. So let's move on over to the other side. Go ahead and put this all together. And then what we're going to do, this is we're going to do the front as well. We're just going to basically do the same thing. We're going to start taking it apart. We're going to replace all the parts, all the pieces, paint them, and then you get to come back and watch me reassemble this silly thing. But for the Supra, 90,000 miles on it, I'm thinking, hey, we got a pretty good deal here. We did spend a little bit more than I wanted to on it, but that's okay. Money is no object when it comes to the sandbox side of this thing. And that is what I like the most about the sandbox, is that I don't have to worry about spending any money. That's what Barn Bargains is for, is just to keep an eye on my money and just roll with it. Now, I love the idea sucker has this blue. The more I see it, I'm like, why haven't I painted a car this color? I don't know. It will be in the future, though. I can feel it. I can feel it. Anything else in here? Drive shaft? No. The rest of the stuff goes up front. Yep, so that's where that is. Let's go ahead. I'm going to give this bad boy. Okay, so we're going to do that, do that. Okay. Just trying to fresh import here. Where is my Supra? There we go. So this is what we're going to do. We're just going to do all of the, we're going to go with the lit edition all the way around. When I do this though, like I said, I'm thinking Fast and Furious, and I'm thinking I'm going to do this a certain way. And when I do it, you're going to go, I see. So this will be interesting. This will be interesting. We need that, and that. Okay. Okay. So I got two of those bad boys, unfortunately. I think I did anyway. Custom taillights in this bad boy. Alright. Up front. Let's see here. We need this, and this, and that. Okay. I'm getting it little by little. Headlights look cool on this. Okay. Windows up on this sucker, and it has no. What am I? Oh, I gotta get rid of you. No. No wonder I can't get around this place. Okay. Okay, so now I need you, you, and you. Okay. And I think this should pretty much cover me. So I need you. Yo, this should be it. This should be it. This should be it. Okay. Mirror, window, window. Okay, is the body 100%? Body's 96%, which is probably, I would have to guess, the rear license plate. Bench Supra. Okay, now let's go ahead and take care of the interior. So let's go interior. We need. Okay. Interiors. There we go. Bench Supra. I just needed one of those. I don't know why I got two of those. And then steering wheel. I don't like the steering wheel, so we're gonna go with something different. GTR looks pretty cool. We'll go with the M3. Alright, let's go ahead and add my interior. There we go. How's that? That looks pretty good in there. That looks pretty good. Alright, so let's get rid of that bench and that. Okay, we're good. Alright, now, ladies and gentlemen, let's pop the hood on this. We're going to dump the transmission out, and we're going to take care of everything underneath the hood, and then rip the front end apart. Get that all painted up and ready to go, and we'll be back in a few minutes. Alright guys, be back in a few. Alrighty, now we've got everything painted and ready to go with that beautiful gunmetal kind of bluish looking color and some chrome pieces at the same time. Added the TK aftermarket lower AR on here, which is going to look really super nice. I did forget to do something though. I do need to go over and reassemble the shock absorbers. I always tend to do that. I always like jump in here on, oh my goodness, you know, I want to do this. I want to get it done. And then I jump right in and forget all about doing these. Alright, that's done. Alright. So let's stick you in there. It's kind of squished, but you can, I can't really tell. The shaft in there is chrome. Can't really tell though, but that's alright. Let's see, do that. Let me put the aftermarket inner core on the front there before I forget about it. Bushing. Everything in the engine compartment has been taken care of, by the way. Yep. We went ahead and did that while we were off gallivanting around trying to find a paint color for the front end. So yeah, we did that. Not a whole lot else to tell up here. Going with the Brembo brakes all the way around. Oh, I guess I would have gotten leveled up or something at that point. I think we got everything over here on this side. Let's go ahead and weasel over to the other side. There we go. There we go. And we 8 bushings. 8 bushings going front end like this. So if you're wondering, 12, 8, in the back, 8 big and 8 small, actually. So if you're looking to try to figure out how to do some things, after you've done these a few times, you kind of get to the hang of it, that knowing how many bushings you need, what size. So yeah, it almost comes naturally to you after doing this for a couple of times. Okay, so we did that. Okay, shock absorber. Squish down in there. We get that link in there. Alright, so yeah, so there we have it. Nice bluish color. Everything in the engine compartment has been taken care of. So now it's just a matter of doing the motor. Now the motor is an i6 dual overhead cam BU2 turbo. So it's a BU2 turbo. So let's see if we can find this. Because of all the mods that I've had on here, sometimes it's kind of hard to figure out exactly what I need. I think it's an i6, right? Dual overhead cam turbo. I don't know. Oh, Hurst, you forget. i6 dual overhead cam, i6. Dual overhead cam GU2 turbo. Right there you are. Alright, so this is the engine we're going to build. What was the specs on this bad boy? What's the specs on this BU2 turbo? 287. So this bad boy, we may have to do a little bit more improvement to that. So this is what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to, all of the engine pieces, I may have to go back out there and run some of the performance pieces out here. I'm going to 3-star them and get as much horsepower out of this thing as we can. All right. I'm going to get this engine together, and then we will be back very, very soon. All right. Talk to you in a few. Alright, we're going to give this a shot right quick. Now, this is what I decided to put on the back of it. Now, you guys are going to probably hate me, to be honest with you. We're going to stick with a 295 on the back. What I went with these is I'm thinking the end of Fast and Furious 7, right? So, he pulls up. Oh, these aren't going to... I'm going to need a little bit of an offset on that, I think. Yeah, I think maybe these Brimbos are just a little bit off. Hang on. Okay, I'm going to need an ET on that. I'm a 265. So let me get rims. These are the ones I'm going to get. These right here. I'm going to... We went with an 18. And let's go with an offset of, let's go 20. Okay, let's get these off of here and see what happens. Yeah, these are a little bit wider. Get the deep dish look to it. It almost looks like a slot car racer in my opinion. But 265, yeah. Okay, with the ET of 20, I may want to go with a slightly narrower tire, I think. So let's go with 2 of them. We're going to go 18. We went 265. Let's go 255. 30. Bye. Okay. Okay, so ET 265. We're going to do 255. There we go. We'll see how this one turns out. With the offset, I should be able to get it about right. Let me check this one out before I go putting the other one on the balancing act here. Okay. Now the ET of 20. You gonna fit on there? It doesn't look like it. Oh yeah, it does. But how's it look on a car? Yeah, not too bad. Okay, cool. So that's how we're going to do that. Rim 25, ETF 20, yes. We're going to go with the 255. There. Now let's go ahead and get rid of the rest of this stuff. There we go. Alright, we got it. We've got it figured out. We've got it figured out. It took a little bit. Yeah, I didn't test fit the front one before I decided to show you guys what I'm doing here. Anyway, Fast and Furious 7. He pulls up in the Maximus, the Charger, right? So the Charger has these types of wheels on it, and Brandon O'Connor's in a white Supra. So I thought, why not kind of mesh the two cars together and do like voila? These are going to be the wheels, and I think I'm going to paint it like a silver color. We're going to see what happens. This is the engine. Go ahead and take you off of there. Got the engine all built. Add you in. Thank you very much. Ooh, look at that beauty. Man, that's a beauty. Okay, engine is in. I need transmission. I've got. There's a couple pieces left I need to do here. One of them being this pipe. So that's going to be that. That's going to be that. So let's go over here. Pipe. 3-star that. I'll 3-star the transmission. I don't think it really matters. Transmission is going to get painted. This blue. We're going to do a custom build here. We're going to go with that chrome. There we go. And mix it up. Oh, that's pretty. Pan is chrome. That's nice. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Okay. The wheels were 19s that were on it. I decided to slide the 18s back into it. I think that's... thought it looked pretty good. Drive shaft. Let's put the drive shaft on here. We're going to go with the carbon fiber drive shaft. There we go. We also need a starter. So let's get that puppy in there. One starter. Alright, I think we are done with this project. Quick look. 100% outside of the back. I need a license plate. Okay, Florida license plate it is. There we go. The sunshiny state. Now, if I had something like this car, I would drive this thing every day. I would drive this thing every day in Florida. Alright, down you go. Now we should have everything pretty much set up on here. Close the hood. Okay, 100% across the board. Yes, we are. One of the other things that I should do, that was a rule, was not to paint it the same color that it is when it comes in. So black is going to be out. So we're not going to do that. I'm going to send it over to the test path, get everything aligned, and then I will see you over in the paint booth. Alright, we are in the paint booth. Let's go ahead and paint this color up. Now I am thinking I'm going to go silver metallic. Now, let's see. It was actually a very light silver, almost like that. What liveries do we have available? If any, of course, you get the Fast and Furious, or none. Interesting. Alright, so let's go ahead and paint that. Just silver, just straight up silver. Much like the Maximus. Now what I'm going to do is take the hood off. Let's see if I can paint the hood. Let's go ahead and paint you matte black. Okay. There we go. I don't know if that's going to look cool or not. I wonder. I think we're okay. I think we're all right. Let's see here. If I took you off painted you that color. Alright. A little experimentation. Alright. I think I'm going to go keep it like just like that. Alright. There we go. Let's kick her over to the dyno. Alright. Nice silver Supra. We do have the chip in here. No carburetor, but we do have the chip. And it's always a pain in the butt, man. Okay. So let's see if we can get -1. -2. Nope. It's 3. It's 3. +5. There we go. Nice. We are tuned. Alright. Now is the time. We're going to go ahead and take a look at this and see what we can get. Yikes. You know, I had just looked at it and said factory power at 601 with the torque of an 823. Now, with everything we 3-starred at, we're at 1282. With, what's that, 1672? Holy crap, we got a lot of power. I didn't realize the lit edition was so damn powerful. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Our next Supra lit edition. Anyway, if you always want to know what the lit edition looks like, right there in the radio it says lit. Okay. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Nice silver Supra. Let me know what you think down in the comments section. We painted a fin black, painted a hood black. Underneath, it's all nice blue. The blue actually kind of complements that silver really good. So let me know what you think. It is up to you right now. Do I save it or do I sell it? Hit me up in the comments down below, and I look forward to hearing from you all. In the meantime, you guys take care. This is Hurst Quayzar saying good night, everyone, and I am out.